Hello, yes, it's me again. I just wanted to say that when I was at Queen Margaret's, we used to have these discos with boys' boarding schools. There was one with Drax. There was one. There was one with Poppleton School. But I just wanted to say as well, that actually, for some reason, we always used to call them cattle markets, and the idea was to kind of get off with a boy and like kiss all over the place and stuff like that. But it first started with a skiing trip that we went on to Notre Dame de Bellecombe. And all of the girls got fixed up with these boys from Bedford school. I was laughed at because I wore glasses. And like everybody was sort of laughing at me and like treating me as pariah. And sort of, suggesting that I couldn't get a boyfriend because he had glasses. And they were all sort of they were only about 14, getting off with all these lads. I got very depressed. I had a great first few days on the nursery slopes, skiing, I think, with my sister, and we were enjoying it a lot. But there was these discos on a night, and there was like. There was the secretary of the school at the time was called Miss Mackenzie, and she was like encouraging everybody to, and like it was all like they were only 14 and they're having martinis and lemonade and Bacardi and Cokes and stuff like that, and stealing things as well, like stealing things from Notre Dame de Bellecombe, like stealing glasses even and postcards. And they were meant to be like quite well off people, but they were sort of stealing a load of postcards and glasses and stuff, and just for the sake of it, and putting them in their suitcases and that. And yes, in the end, like I got very depressed. I remember sort of spending this night in the bath by myself while everybody else was downstairs eating crepes and getting off in the disco. And eventually this boy seemed to take pity on me and said that his name was Will and that he was very brainy and stuff. And, yes, he was meant to be the brainy boy. But he took pity on me, and we kind of made friends, and yes, we did kiss, then he was all into Culture Club as well, he was into Culture Club, and that was playing all the time, the Time track, and yes, I was somehow thought to be such a good skier that I was suddenly taken off the nursery slopes and actually I was quite good. I was finding that I was quite good at it, but like I was given like this ridiculously high mountain to kind of negotiate, and I did start losing confidence, and as soon as I doubted my ability, I found I couldn't ski anymore. And anyway, this Will, he said his name was Will McFondle, and like I don't know whether it really was or whether it was like a laugh, and I'll tell you why it may have been a laugh afterwards, because like I wrote a letter to him at Bedford, and he wrote back to me, oh yes, we were both made to feel so embarrassed at the airport as well. We were just having a conversation, and it was called out over the whole airport that they were looking for us two, when, you know, actually, you know, I mean, we were just conversing, and like we were made to feel so embarrassed, and as though we were going to miss a flight or something, the flight back, and be stranded. And anyway, yeah, then he writes back with this headed paper. Well, like, it was the first time I saw these little stickers on you know, that the head of a paper, as well as just writing your address. No, it had to be a name sticker. And yeah, it gave his address and said he was called Will McFondle. Now, I didn't know whether that was because I'm called Mackenzie. It was Will McFondle. Because later on I was told by Susan Strike, who did, I think her father run a garden centre near Tadcaster, that everybody at Bedford, all the boys, were absolutely laughing their heads off at me and making terrible fun of me for the letter that I wrote to this Will McFondle. So, like, I don't even know whether the whole thing was a setup and whether his name was Will McFondle at all. And my you know, I mean, all the stealing and the drunkenness and the sexual relationships and all the rest of it, I really don't know why we were all encouraged to do that, really. Don't know what the big plan was, but don't know. Okay then, bye for now, bye.